Hello and welcome, Mark here, and in this episode we're going to go all Christmassy. We're going to make a snowflake. Isn't that pretty? Now I didn't design this, it came in a magazine, but I've just changed it slightly by using shiny yarn, which I think that does really make it look lovely. I don't know if you can see the shine. Or you can just use plain white. You can use the Christmas tree ornaments. You could use them for making a garland. You could even use them for sewing onto things like scarves, hats, gloves or mittens. Because if you're going to do them on something like that, that looks like a bit big, doesn't it? So if you used crochet thread and a smaller hook, you would downsize this to make it so you could do things like that. And for this, I'm using again the glittery shiny yarn. You will also need a needle for weaving in those ends. Of course, scissors to cut that yarn. And the hook I'm using, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a 3.5mm crochet hook. So, with all that said, let's get crafting, shall we? Right, first of all, we need to make a slip ring. And if you're not sure about how to make a slip ring, I do have a tutorial on that, on how to make a foundation chain and crochet ring. And with a slip ring, of course, you need to work over that tail so you can cinch it all up at the end. So chain one there to connect, chain two more. It does say chain three, but I think chain two is enough. And then into that ring we need to work 14 trebles. Now remember, I use the UK terminology, so if you're outside the UK, it's normally known as a double. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of a sniffle. It's been awfully cold here in the UK recently. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, it is 15. Oh dear, look at me, I can't count. Take the tail and cinch that up nice and tight to close that hole. And then we join with a slip stitch into the top of that chain three. And there you go, that is the first round done. Right, round two, we've joined with slip stitch, chained one, and into every stitch now round you work 2 DCs into each stitch around. So you will go from a stitch count of 15 to 30. You just work, split a bit there. That's the trouble with shiny yarn. The shiny bit can get left behind. Just counted them. As I thought, I still had 2 more to do. So there you go. Now I have 30 stitches around there, and we slip stitch to join the round, and that is the end of round 2. Again, caught up with the tail end as well. Begin with a chain 3. That counts as a treble, and into the next stitch we work another treble, and then we chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We miss 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th we do a treble. 1 treble there, and then into the next stitch we do another treble. Then we chain 5 again, and then we miss, no we don't miss, sorry, yes we do, we miss 1, 2, 3, confused myself there, miss 3 stitches, and work a treble into the next 2 stitches. Two, 3, 4 and 5, miss 3, 1, 2, 3, into the 4th, make a treble, into the stitch after that, make another treble, and we just keep repeating that all the way around on this round, and we're nearly done when we've just finished with a chain 5, and then we slip stitch into the top of the turning chain. Try and get 2 strands if you can. Can't see what I'm quite doing there properly. And slip stitch. Oh, it got away from me. Round 2, try it again. If we don't get it the first time, have another go. There, look, see, got ya. And there we are. So we should have something that looks like that by now, where you have 6 columns of 2 trebles separated with chains of 5, and of course missing 3 chains in between. Right, to make the picots, this is the final round, round 4, you chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and into the first chain, and that one down here, you work a DC, then you slip stitch into the second, can't quite see it there, it is there, just got to get me, there you go, slip stitch into the second of the trebles, so you work the first loop into the first treble, and then you work the other 2 loops into the second treble, and you'll do it again now, chain 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and what we do now is we just slip stitch into the top of that treble. That's 2 made, 1 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then slip stitch into there, and there you go, that is your first picot made. Into the chain 5 we work 5 DCs, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, then we slip stitch into the first of the double trebles, sorry, the two trebles standing together. Then we chain 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, work a DC into that first of the 6 chains, slip stitch into the second treble, and then we chain 6 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and again slip stitch into that second of the 2 trebles, and then work it one more time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then do the last slip stitch there for that one. And there you go, there's your second one done. And that's how your final row is beginning to look. And then again into the chain 5 space, work 5 DCs. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slip stitch into the first of those 2 trebles next to each other, and then we work the same picot again. So just show you again, 3, 4, 5, 6, work a DC into that first of the 6 chains, slip stitch into the second, and then make the second 4, 5, 6, and then slip stitch, oh, it split me on there, look, chain 6 again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then make one more slip stitch, and there you go, that is your third one done. Just pop those out a bit more, and doesn't that look pretty? And we'll just finish that, just keep repeating those all the way around, and I'll meet you back up with this last one here. Last motif, my stringy bit came out there, don't know what happened there. And then in that last chain 5 space, 3, 4, and 5, make 5 more trebles, and then slip stitch into the base of your chain, the start of the round. Just bring this loop up a bit more, doesn't want to come up, and there you go, a pretty snowflake to do with what you want to do with them. I think that's it. So now we've got that, so we're going to fasten that off. So you just wrap it over, put it through, and there you go, that is that tied off. Pull out your picots, I do recommend, if you're going to use these as decorations, you will need to stiffen them up a bit by spraying them with some starch, and that will stiffen the fabric. You've got a tail end there which wants weaving in, and as you can see on mine, I've done this a little bit extra here, so I'll just show you how I did that. I'll just weave this end in first. work it under some of those stitches, probably go all the way around. And then just overlock. And there you go. That is all you need to do with that. Trim that off. There you go. I've left a longer tail there than I normally do. But I would either make a loop with it and hang it onto the tree. But I'm thinking about making a few more of these and joining them up to make a garland. So I'll show you how I do this little extra bit here in the middle. Okay, now to make this frill, we're going to use these little holes. I've stretched them out a bit more so we can see them, and we're going to be working round there. So first of all, we're going to be working around the posts of them. So we make a slip knot. Any one of them will do. Go around it like so, into one, out of the other. So we're going to be working around them, and we just pull that through and chain one to secure it. And into the next stitch we're going to make a DC like so, and then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to skip a post. So we're going to skip that one and go around the next one, and make a DC. That one's a bit tight, that one. That must be your chain 3 at the beginning. Chain 3, miss that one, go into the next one and work a DC. Chain 3, skip the next one, go into the one after and make a DC. Chain 3, and that's all we're doing with this round here. Miss the next one, go around the post of the one after that and make a DC. Chain 3, miss one and the one after that. So we're just making a little bit of a frill to go around those posts to give it a little bit of a 3D effect. And you missed that last one there, and you see you're back at the beginning again, and you just slip stitch it to the end. And of course my hook came out there, but I've got it there, I think. No, I've lost it. Try that again. Take 2. And slip stitch to join it there. And there we go. That's that. Get the scissors again. Cut a bit off. Fasten it off. And then just take your hook from the back and just pull them, and then pull them through to the back, should I say. Just like that, pull them through to the back. And I'll give them a little bit of a knot. get my needle and then just weave it in at the back of some of these stitches. Oops, sorry, knocking the camera. Do the same again with the other one. There you go. And then get trusty little scissors again. And cut those off. And there you go. Now you can unravel that again now. I only ravelled it up just to get it out of the way. And more thumbs today. So just unravel that. I did leave a bit of a long tail on there. But there you go. It gives you that frill. And there you go. I've got a set of 3 now. Hey, thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And don't forget, if you ring that bell, you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. So until next time, here on Marks Makes. Bye bye.